With random choices from your opponents, over 30 combinations you can choose from, and uneven probabilities when discarding and choosing cards, you're probably thinking there is no sure way to win Rummy. Except, not only is there a way to track your opponent's cards, but also tactics such as strategic discards, prioritizing sequences of sets, and even what types of cards to hold on to that can put the odds in your favor. In this video, not only will we be going over these strategies, but the mathematical formulas and proofs behind all of it. So, here's how to win Rummy every time. Firstly, it's best to prioritize your sequences over sets, and here's why. Suppose you have two consecutive suited cards, a 7 and 8 of clubs. You can complete this sequence with a 6 of clubs or a 9 of clubs as a lower and higher neighbor. This uses up 2 possible cards out of 52. But because each suit has 13 cards, you can chain multiple sequences in the same suit, as each card you draw of that suit potentially connects to multiple existing ones. In comparison, suppose you hold 2 9s. To complete a set, you need one of the remaining 9s, and only 2 specific cards in the deck can complete it, and no other ranks will help. Drawing a 10 or 8 is useless for that set. But that begs the question, what are the exact probabilities and numbers to put this into practice? Using the examples above, for the first draw, the probability your next card helps would be 2 out of 52 each, so 3.85. Exactly the same clearly, so what's the point? It's exponential over more draws. We can model this as follows. Let's say k is a number of cards. Mathematically, if you have k consecutive cards of one suit, you can be held by up to 4 adjacent ranks, whereas a set of these 4 identical ranks can only be held by 4 minus k cards in total. As such, for a set, let's say you have 3 kings, only 1 card remains to help. Once you get it, that meld is done, and no other card can extend it. And just as before, where k is how many of that rank you already hold. So, to form a set, your probability of improvement decreases linearly. After 2 cards, 2 out of 52, 3 cards, 1 out of 52, and 4 cards, 0 out of 52. For sequences, however, it stays roughly constant or even improves, because every new suited card can bridge or extend other runs. Next, tracking your opponent's cards, and how can we break this down very simply. Instead of tracking using individual cards, we can form mental groups in our head from the discard pile, which you should watch like a hawk. There are 3 card types we can choose. Live cards, which are unseen and likely useful to you. There are dead cards, which are discarded or picked up by others, meaning that you shouldn't count on them again. And finally, danger cards, which you know someone wants, so don't discard these. Let's say you can easily remember 6 to 8 critical cards, which is the average working memory capacity. This means each known card reduces the uncertainty in a deck. For example, if 8 cards are known to be dead and 2 useful ones remain, the improvement probability goes as follows. That's an 18% improvement in your odds per draw. As a result, take a bit of time to separate certain cards that come up into these 3 categories, and then try and remember around 8 of them and which category they would fit into. Then you can adjust your strategy by marking dead cards mentally, or if a certain suit looks blocked, then switch it up, being sure to focus on only 1 or 2 suits that matter to your hand. And lastly, strategic discards. Generally, you should get rid of unconnected high value cards. These are high penalty cards, and if they aren't near any other card in the sequence, drop them early. Next, if you have 2 of the same card but aren't aiming for a set, keep one and discard the other, as it reduces deadwood without weakening your sequence choice. And understandably, the best cards to hold are middle cards such as 5 to 9, as these connect in both directions and are most flexible for sequences. Let's have a look at a rundown on how you decide to eliminate and discard cards based on this deck. First, we would look for possible runs, as well as possible sequences. Then we'd group these cards into useful, semi-useful, and unconnected. This makes sense as we can form or extend sequences with useful. The semi-useful could become a run if an 8 appears, and unconnected have no current likely connections. So, what would we remove first? By drawing the 7 of spades and discarding a king of hearts, we can then form a valid sequence. If we were then to draw a 3 of diamonds, this forms another valid sequence, meaning we should discard the queen of diamonds. Here, high and isolated cards are unhelpful, so we would look to discard these sets of cards first, being king, queen, and jack in that exact order. Then, we would adjust for each turn accordingly, and as new sequences develop, we would then remove certain cards, in this case forming 3 valid runs and a possible set of 8s. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for many more to come, and be sure to check out the following series.